I was so upset by a fact earlier today. Is that okay for me to
Sure.
talk about before we start talking about video game?
Absolutely.
Basically, I was expecting a package today, and like I have the delivery date is today. It was out for delivery. Like the tracking number is telling me it's out for delivery at a town that is like a couple miles away from the city that I live in. And that was 7:30 this morning, and it's still not here. And I don't usually get this way about like packages. Usually I'm like, oh, it'll get here when it gets here. But this particular toy is very important.
This is one of the ways in which modern convenience is an anti-convenience. This would not be an issue in the 90s, where it was just like, we don't know when it'll be here. It'll be here in 3 to 8 days. Fuck you. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Svendorf. But everybody should get their toys on time, and that's all. That's part of my platform.
The platform of fantasy space communism. That's my luxury.
Ooh, see, I don't know if I can.
Space communism is my platform.
I can't really get behind luxury space communism. I can get behind, but I specifically am a space Marxist.
Oh, okay.
I have my collected works of space Marx and space Engels.
There's sufficiently broad overlap between our platforms.
Oh, we caucus together. Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely like canvas the same, block. It'll be great. Of course, the only block that I can canvas is the city block that I live on.
I don't even live on a city block. I live on an awful road. What was it? What were we doing? We're in the mines. I don't know if monsters appeared yet.
Mines? Yeah. Will Knights said, "Hey, I don't think we should be digging here," and then the foreman or whatever was like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like the panel where they did not like his message. Basically, they did that to Will Knights, and it turns out that Will Knights was correct that they did in fact unleash monsters. And
there's monsters here now. Oh, let's talk to this guy. Oh, we collected him. He's just.
Oh, you evaporated him. That's pretty dire.
Well, he said he thanked us for it. Come here, you.
Yeah. You saved my life. Now I can die happy.
Right? It's like the ending of Suspiria. It's a great movie. That's Suspiria.
Original or remake? I know that you showed us both.
Both.
And I like.
But the remake specifically has what we described.
Okay. But yeah, we've talked about this before, and I like the original a lot better, and you like the remake a lot better.
I like the original. I like the original a lot, but I just happen to like the old one. The new one better.
Yeah. I will grant you that the new one does have like several specific features that I like a lot. And then it does some like weird things that I don't understand, but that's fine too.
See, that's why I like it. I like weird things that I don't understand. That's why I want to see. That's why I want to see color out of space.
It's a different kind of bafflement than that kind of like good untouchable bafflement that you get out of like a work that is made to do specifically something and it does it, and then you're just left with this wow, like this wonderment almost, this childlike fascination, I would say. Things just like that one particular episode of Twin Peaks. I was trying my best to like get through this whole explanation of the kind of emotion in a work of fiction or any kind of art that without mentioning David Lynch.
He's so good.
He has made a lot of good things. I think that he is personally a bit of a weirdo.
Oh, he's extremely weird and not in a good way all the time.
Yeah, like he is a bad weird as a person, but he has created things that are a good weird. So it's tough. Like this is what it means to be an adult and consume media that is produced by the entertainment industry for like mass appeal and distribution, and you know, everything has sources, and it's kind of like eating. Like, you don't know where your food came from, and it probably came from like too far away, and it's gone through too many iterations and all that. But circling back around to the bafflement, the good bafflement is where they're one episode of Twin Peaks in particular, which at the beginning they're in the lodge, and there's a field of like 50 or more children who are just bouncing tennis balls on rackets in the same place. And like the scene is carrying on. They have nothing to do with what goes on in that episode. They just happen to be passing through the lodge. People use this lodge to like sleep in for a couple days while they're passing through. And you can like read into that, or like presume that there is some reason for these children to be there and doing that very thing. But having them all together and doing it like some kind of flash mob from the naughties is really like brain-tinglingly weird. And that's the good weird.
You see a lot of that stuff, specifically even in Twin Peaks. Just the concept that when, like, the repercussions of Laura Palmer dying in the first season is in the hotel is backdropped by the Swedenborgians, or the Swedish people who are in the hotel, and they're doing like smorgasbords and singing Swedish songs, and then you have Ray Wise breaking down around that. It's like the same kind of thing. We've got contrasts. The like directed contrasts of realistic actions. That's what makes the attitude of the surreal. Which is why I really hate that the first thing that anyone thinks about when you start talking surrealism is Dada. Not Dada, sorry. Dali.
Oh shoot, I forgot his name. Dali.
Salvador Dali.
Salvador Dali. Because most of the shit he did is not surreal. I'm willing to go to the mat on this one, even though I'm way out of my depth. But
wow, Poison is pretty fucking good.
What's that?
Poison. Yeah, Poison. It did 112 damage, and then the poison effect did 112 damage.
That's some nasty fucking poison. Crap.
Anyways,
maybe we should be, Anyway, but my understanding of the perfect expression of surrealism is, we're learning lawnmower. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Lawnmower. Hit me up with what lawnmower is when you get a chance.
Cordy's just ripping it tonight. She's got two fights in a row. She's gotten spear levels, and then she just sparks something like a genius.
Wow.
Look,
I mean, is this her finally like figuring out spears?
Also, look at this. It's cute. William Knights is not greedy. He already has a green war. He does not. He will not take another.
He's a very honest person, almost to a fault. Like
that much.
I don't know what is going to happen. Like he and
Gus.
And Gus. He and Gus are just going to be on opposite sides of whatever conflict.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that this character of Will Knights and that character of Gus can have an easy friendship. It's just...
I wonder if the developers of this game had played, Best versus Plants. Not nearly as good as aiming.
Okay, so if lawnmower was backslash. I have that written down already. We sparked it last time.
Backslash. Yeah, I think we sparked it at some point. We did lose.
We must have...
When Cordy died, we had aiming. When Cordy died, we had to relearn it. Right. We might have had lawnmower too.
Oh, on a plant. Nice.
Yeah.
So, okay, the perfect expression of surrealism is an untoward, unusual, or unexpected arrangement of circumstances constructed out of perfectly ordinary things.
Yeah.
So, a clock that's melting, that's not ordinary. Clocks don't do that.
Yeah, those were his dreamscapes, because the dreams are weird because they are weird, not for any...
Yeah.
Just hits
But,
them
like,
all.
Like 50 children bouncing tennis balls up and down in the same place, wearing similar outfits. That's surreal.
That's just a thing that
like,
can
you
happen.
can't point at any part of that and be like, oh, well, you know, it's magic. No, it's all ordinary stuff, just arranged in such a way that you look at it and you start to scratch your head and like, is this how things work? It's the kind of thing that makes you doubt your own sense of reality rather than what you're perceiving.
Sonic
Poison fake out.
Yeah, these can combo. Sonic Poison duo attack.
Holy shit.
Get fucked.
Okay, well, our moves are good, and we can deal with these monsters pretty easily.
Is William Knight's Tone Boy? Also, hello, Drumcan. Haven't seen you in a while. Stone Knife. But about Gus and Will Knights, I wonder if the developers of this game were fans of... No, William isn't a tone guy, so maybe I shouldn't be using Sonic Poison. Well, is Sonic Poison a tone water? If it is, I'm fine with it.
I mean, I don't think we have to worry that much about it.
Yeah, it's tone water. I'm just going to use it.
Even if he's not a tone mage, the effect of the spell is good. So why should we worry harder about, like, oh, it's not optimal, it's not... The perfect person isn't using it. Well, we don't have the perfect person yet. Yeah, and when we do, they're going to be great. So
it's a little different from when
this amazing move.
It's a little different from when Cordy was just using the wrong weapon type, because that was like we could have given her a spear. We had just chose not to.
Right.
But
it's not like there's very little opportunity cost by contrast with what we were talking about before.
Fuck you, bats.
It's a nice graphic.
Yeah,
man.
Snappy.
Great move.
Okay, these guys are pretty weak, it appears, and I'm just giving them the business.
Oh my god!
But
anytime you get the bunny,
slipped into a little bit of French. That's fine. We
I
approve.
Did. I've come to have a distaste for the English word gravy, because I learned of its heritage.
What is the heritage?
It's an anglicization of the French word for gravy, which is grenade, and some guy pronounced it wrong, and it stuck.
Well, that happens a lot. There's a kind of sword that you are familiar with called an estoc.
Yes.
That is a French word. I think a French word taken from a German word, but whatever. But the English...
Yeah, it's the Alsace-Lorraine region, okay.
But the English just called it a tuck. That's a tuck, not an estoc.
I'm sorry?
A tuck.
Oh my god, a tuck.
Yep. I think Friar Tuck might have been named after it. I'm not sure. But Gus and William Knights, they kind of remind me of the Delita Ramza dichotomy from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, for FFT?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although
that's the same people are behind both things.
Yeah, the same house guard. The same company. I don't think the same development teams are.
No, I think well, as far as like writing goes, I'm pretty sure, because the character art also is essentially
similar.
Equivalent.
Yeah. What is house guard? Is it a shield? It is. Evasion 12.
Can evade melee attacks.
Our only other shield so far has 16. Oh, we have lots of shields. Okay.
Melee range. Quality shield.
Oh, Stone Shield and Ice Shield can evade ranged attacks as well.
The
House Guard
as Dark
cannot.
Souls players, we have a kind of a well-developed palette for different shields.
We do, yes. Ah, man. Dark Souls games. I've been playing a lot of Sekiro. That game's really good, Kaz.
I should really play that video game at some point.
You
I
should.
own it. I bought it the day it came out. Like...
I've been doing this stupid thing I do where use some of your magic points. Where I'll take a game I like and then play it in the wrongest way possible to try to enjoy it more. I've done that with Dark Souls a lot. Typically by using like broken straight sword or whatever.
Right,
so
right.
I've been beating Sekiro without upgrading my health at all. And that's been an interesting challenge.
I presume that makes it very difficult.
Imagine Dark Souls. Remember, you've done level 1 Dark Souls before, have you?
I actually haven't.
Ooh.
I basically have. Like, I've employed all the tactics that you are supposed to employ.
All over, but the crying, really. Although,
yeah.
That is the one challenge run of that game I recommend to everyone, though. Because it's not that hard, but it does force you outside of a lot of the comfort zones. Right. Comfort cones!
The comfort cones.
The cone of comfort.
Yeah, I mean, we're attacking with cones. We're expressing discomfort cones at our enemies.
At the gremlins. You can still do very powerful things at level 1 in Dark Souls. But I was beating the game without upgrading my health because Burnhead beat the game without upgrading his attack. And that seemed miserable to me, so I did the inverse.
Ah. That's starting to sound like those challenge runs of Thousand Year Door that Medibot and I thought about doing. Most of it was just the thought experiment portion where we're just like, could it be done this way? Because we don't actually want to do any of those things. Like, we were quickly getting into the territory of, like, you have to get through all this and then, you know, hit 30 B presses within like 3 or 4 frames, and it's just, it gets really terrible really fast in a lot of cases.
I'm not shocked, but I am intrigued.
Okay, well, I'll dredge those conversations up at some point.
The old Hammerman Jumpman streams were really good, though.
Those were excellent. I'm also glad that I was able to commit like chapter crimes and like redo an entire chapter and
Flavio.
Trick my way ahead. We got Flavio in the credits. Oh, I love
credits. I still have those screenshots. Yeah, Cordy is doing great. She's gained 3 spear levels in like as many fights as we've had. She should be good with Sonic Poison too.
Oh, I forgot that everyone uses magic except Gus.
Yeah, Gus is unique in his inability to do magic. This game's weird like that. So I might... Her Waza points are running slowish.
In the abstract, I do like playing through games with conditions. Especially if it forces you to engage with systems that the game contains that you would not have otherwise done, or things that you just papered over, or you got your health or defense high enough that you never had to block or dodge, that kind of thing. And you end up getting deeper into the mechanics of certain fights.
Yes.
Right? Like figuring out just where you can be safe from certain attacks and so on. The problem with that approach is that not every video game like takes to that very well.
Yes.
Where you find out pretty quickly that that depth that you're supposedly plumbing actually isn't there, and once you have like the correct like mappable inputs and outputs, you're just done, and so you've learned up to the maximum amount of knowledge. And then that's no longer interesting to me, and it's impossible to know that going in to any of those challenges. It's like, okay, is this reasonable? So I think what I'm saying is, if you do take on this approach in the abstract to like every video game that you love, be willing to stop.
Good. That's just good advice in general. Is be able to stop.
Be able to stop what you're doing.
That's one of my problems, is I often can't.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. And it comes up with me in a particularly nasty way, where I will like say out loud that I should be stopping or that I should be doing something else, and then I'll just keep doing it. I know it's probably excruciating to watch me go through stuff like that, but I really can't help myself. It's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't walk down here. I probably shouldn't try to collect this item. I probably should go back to my bonfire. I should probably, like, anytime I say I should probably and then don't do it,
that's the...
it happens all... Oh my god.
I would call that the wombo.
Yeah.
Yeah, see also Dark Souls, yeah.
Yeah, which I have at this point. I watched through the whole thing.
You've seen also.
Ooh, yeah, there was one part where I haven't highlighted it yet. I meant to go back and highlight it, but I have all the videos from that, so I can like do whatever I want with them at some point. There was one part where I had figured out, or figured out. This is a fake thing, of course. But I had figured out that I was like, anytime like in the video, it seemed like I just randomly came to a correct conclusion on like no basis. It was actually because I was sending the message back through time to myself from my rewatch.
Oh, yes.
And see, this is the clincher. Once I figured that out, I intentionally tried to get something else to happen, and the second I did so, the captioner broke, so it wouldn't relay the message.
Yes, that's...
It was happening through the captioner. I was getting the captioner, the auto-captioned version of it. That's the thing that was doing the time travel. But as soon as I tried to make something that didn't happen, it wouldn't.
That's how time travel works.
Oh my god.
You can't...
I was so freaked out.
It's already happened. You can't make it not happen if it already happened. And you can't make it happen if it didn't already happen.
So...
Sonic poison!
Oh no, we're poisoned. Cordy, no.
It's fine.
Okay, she got better.
Okay. No level up, that's fine. But we found a stone knife.
I realize that is all... I'm just talking bullshit, but when it happened, like, live, I did freak out a little.
So I think I have to fight most of these guys because there's NPCs, so I have to protect.
They're kind of like getting in the way, and they're like jumping out at you. They're even looking at you as you walk by.
Okay, what else can I do? Just do a bit of rock crush. Why not?
Like rock crush.
Just having you shoot just to get his MP back.
Yeah, I know I'm going on and on about things that are not this video game.
Well, we'll just do
I can dial that back if you want.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just doing random battles against enemies that are really easy.
Shit.
Like this guy, he does 21 damage, and my attacks do 400, so it's like... I don't respect him. I'll show him my sonic poison. Beat. What's your Waza's at? Your Waza's doing okay, but why don't you use your wood spear?
Bit of a slap fight. I mean,
there we go.
Oh, uh-oh. This will not be a slap fight.
I wonder if our boys has a high combo rate, because he's been comboing a lot. Tyler.
Maybe that's his claim to fame. Oh, wait. That might be set on the, like, party.
Yeah, it might be his party ability. Another spear level for Cordy.
Roll. Like, your active roll. What do they call them?
Let's find out. Toho spell cards. That's a good way to explain it. A battle style.
No, everyone's set on fastest solo action.
I could probably change that. Let's see, we got Intimidate, Leader, guides all members to act swiftly, raises party. What does solo action do?
Ooh, I like raises party's attributes. That seems kind of good.
Intuition rate up. Is that the rate at which you spark Waza?
I would presume that it is.
Okay, so we'll...
That sounds like exactly the kind of thing that it would be.
Okay, you don't spark Waza because you just don't. So you should be heavy spell, because that's all you do is do spells.
Spell power. I think Will Knights isn't going to sparkle that much for now either. We have him mostly spelling, so he could be commander.
Yeah, he could be commander.
That I like a lot.
What's the difference between these two?
I think they were very subtly different because you can't double up on them. Like you can't. I presume that you can't have two commanders.
Yeah, like if I do this.
Yeah.
Well, one of them should be called Master.
Like everyone is. You're allowed to double up on solo action because that's the like, you're not doing anything thing. That's the 0.
So,
but these are like, think of these as like little chess pieces that you have on a shelf, right? Like everyone gets one.
Everybody gets one.
You know, you're allowed to have not one.
Toho spell cards is a way to describe some of the attacks, especially aiming. Aiming looks like a Toho attack.
Is that big guy new?
Sharkworm, we fought Sharkworm before.
Oh my god. Okay, well, that's probably good. Hopefully that means it will not hyper murderous.
Give this guy.
I'm
big
now
lunch
afraid
chops.
of any new monster. Like,
well, yeah, because they have the capability of being a griffin that murders you. That's something they're allowed to be.
Ah, yes, Talon Crush, and then like
you
no
don't
number shows up.
You
and
just die.
Flops over dead.
It's like
oh god.
Alright, blast them.
All right, well, you know, swept them up.
Got a staff level.
Oh, with chips.
We've been getting chips from fights instead of money, I presume because we're in a mine. Oop, and he's gone.
Okay, good. So that's what we're rescuing everyone. That's.
We don't have to, but we are doing so because we're William Knights and we're friend to everyone who is not a monster or named Alexi and is Dr. Wily. Just give him the sonic poison. Let's do skewer. Get him, Cordy. There's an attack called Sonic Poison. That's so good.
Yes. Excellent. I hope for more excellent things in this game.
It's so good we forgot about Magma Explosion.
Magma Explosion.
Let's take a look at Magma Explosion. Was like a little area effect attack, I think. Oh. Who had that?
It ended up being just worse than Brush Fire.
I think it has a better attack than Brush Fire.
Yeah, better power, but like it was a smaller area.
28 versus.
It was essentially like single target. Like don't listen to that.
Yeah. And then we got Delta Petra, which is just like a cone.
Right. Boy, they give you a lot of bites at picking up the ores.
They seem to suck, so that kind of makes sense.
Mm.
I am missing the ability to run away from fights. Because these guys are not...
Did we ever have that ability?
No. That's why I'm missing it.
You know, yeah, we're missing it from, like,
Existence.
Saga 3.
Yeah.
Like, where you can always run away unless it's a boss fight. And it works always. God, it's like a speedrunnable game. What the heck?
Also, we're back with William Knights just not being able to go to an inn, I don't think.
Oh, jeez. I guess we have a lot of berry dance.
No idea what that did.
What the hell was that?
He made steam come out of him.
Oh my god. It didn't even, like, make numbers or a text message happen. What? That's the most terrifying thing. Like, where you don't know what it does. It's like, oh, are we going to, like, die next turn? Guaranteed? Is it going to, like, eat away at our life points gradually? Does it give us a random chance to attack like other people? Does it mark William Knights as a target? Is it a follow-up to that? Like,
the game doesn't tell you. You're not supposed to know.
No, you learn by doing, says the game. Which is why we love it. Like,
or not learn more often than not. It's like it does something somewhere to someone sometime. That's all you need to know.
I have learned some pretty wrong lessons from video game, and that's always the danger of doing one of those things where you like cut yourself off from information sources. Only take the game as canon, especially if like you haven't played a game of that kind before. You can learn some pretty disgustingly wrong lessons. I remember trying to play God, what was that thing called? It had this like the whole it was an anime roguelike dungeon crawler, right? Where the whole box had no text on it. Like, you know how usually on the back there's like a blurb and it's like, oh, you know, hundreds of hours of thrilling story with interesting characters, and they give you like little screen caps of the action happening. Yeah, this one had nothing on the Baroque. Thank you,
Baroque. Hello, Medibot.
I tried to play Baroque, and it just like nothing about it made any kind of sense. And they had a tutorial, and the tutorial did not tell you anything useful, and you would like it was baffling. I think it could possibly be a good game if you had like a real way to learn how to play, or if you just struggled with it long enough to figure it out. But I was not doing that struggle.
I should actually see what kind of magic our boy Tyler does, because I'm just having him do Flame Axe because his other axe is almost broke. Let's fire the beam though. Oh, water level's going up.
Nice. Yeah.
Tyler, he's catching up because he's been replaced by a mom for most of the existence. Let's take a look at him.
We have definitely had him on the bench.
He natively has 5 fire, but is not a fire mage. He is a beast mode man. So I would like to find a
stone beast.
A beast axe. He needs a new weapon in general, because Sacred Spear has been... Well, Sacred Spear is almost broke. I should.
Which is, again, I insist, is a good thing. We do want to, like, break our stuff. So long as we have, like, replacements handy.
Yeah, I think I have another Sacred Spear. Yeah, we have a... Yeah, we should definitely break Sacred Spear. I think when we experimented last time, the only thing that happened was 5 chips came out when it broke. But we'll see what happens when this one breaks. I might try to repair my stone axe. Okay, I think I know where to go now, because I've done a loop.
Well, I'm glad you know, because I'm baffled.
I think I know, which is like knowing, but worse. I think I had the ISO for Baroque at some point. No good Delta Petra.
Well, who knows? I've come to have a kind of distaste for games that randomly assemble their levels. Like I think that it's very easy to make a very bad one, and kind of hard to make a good one, and so you don't get a lot of a good level design that way. Clearly, I've played enough Diablo in my life to appreciate a randomly generated dungeon, right?
Yes. The Diablos.
Like, I can't go back and unplay all those hours of Diablo 2.
If only you could, though. But then you could replay them and it'd all be new again.
I could discover what it's like to be a necromancer who never deigns to click on a monster in this, like, game about clicking on monsters.
Tyler's catching up a little bit.
Did you know that, like, and this is, like, it's crazy to think of now. But did you know that, like, when Diablo was fresh and new, one of the major criticisms against it and, like, people who didn't like playing that kind of game, or that, like, oh man, all you're doing is clicking on monsters, and it's like, well, I mean, sort of.
That is integral parts of playing the game normally.
That's kind of the thing you do the most, sure, but there's a whole lot more that goes on.
Yeah, it's like, a reductive argument. Is what they're doing there.
Yeah, but like I just can't imagine that kind of criticism happening today. Although it must, like, there has to be some, like, thing that people are just so down on based on its furthest externalities. I kind of am down on mobile games for that reason. They all look like the same thing. The icon is like a screaming man.
Yes, the scream. Yes, the Clash of Clans screaming man face.
Yeah, it's the Battle Royale, Clash of Battle, you know, War Sim Sword Clash. Like, they all have, like, all of those names. Any combination of two English words that are vaguely like that is some mobile game. You can go look it up. You can download Battle Clash. I'm gonna substantiate that. I'm gonna look it up.
You're gonna look up Battle Clash.
Battle Clash video game.
I think this is a fork in the road.
I'm slightly wrong. That was a Super Nintendo game.
Oh no!
Battle Clash, the light gun shooting game. Oh man. What the heck? Oh, that's so weird.
Who do we got now?
Oh man.
These Sharkworm, my old foe. What if I crushed your head with a rock? I forgot to check to see if Cordelia was a wood mage or not. I think she is. Actually, I don't think she is. Oh well. Right! I got a silver staff, and that's been why William has been kicking ass so much, is we've got a staff that was just randomly 3 times as powerful as anything. Yeah. No, Cordial's a wood mage. Okay, then I'm not just burning that. I'm not going to stick to keeping everybody to their only element type, but I want to prefer to do so. Because I don't know if getting high level of one kind of magic kind of makes it harder to get a high level of other kinds of magic. That's certainly a thing these games have done before.
Might, like, lock in at some point, and they'll lose their pluses on the others.
Or just like the invisible bar that fills up will become harder to fill up.
Yeah. Although I kind of like that they take that out of your knowledge pool. Like, that's some information that I don't need. It's just so much less stress, right?
I don't know. I want to know when I level up.
I don't anymore. Just let that shit happen. Leveling up is for children. I have reached a new plateau.
You've reached the top of the mountain.
The legend has become real, Kakarot. Hey, and my hair is also Super Saiyan now. So
still got the Super Saiyo.
I am the Prince of all Saiyans once again.
and all that.
Well, don't be that, because being the Prince of all Saiyans means some idiot will always be better at you at everything. Except,
yeah,
I don't know, kissing your wife, I guess. That's the one thing that Vegeta was better at than Goku. Wait, his bow level went up. Oh, shit.
I feel like I've had that happen in real life. Like,
what?
you go the wrong way, you bump into somebody, and it's like, shit. Random encounter time.
God
well,
damn it.
Let's see how this one goes.
You random encounter haver.
That's kind of like city life for you. There's a high encounter rate in the big cities.
I'd believe that.
Yeah. Kind of got a low encounter rate as
you know,
go with
Tyler knows
population density. 0
spells. I should probably give him
Wait,
one.
What?
Tyler doesn't have any spells.
Did we just write him off as like an illiterate, like non-spell user?
You're illiterate.
The axe, buddy.
Okay, kill the gremlin.
And
okay, sonic poison.
And then he gets poisoned, and this kills the gremlin.
That kills the gremlin.
That kills the gremlin. I'm so happy about gremlins dying. I don't know why.
Well, that's what they're supposed to do.
I know. Ordinarily, I'm so like beside myself with melancholy over the life of a living creature ending, and you know that's why I've been feeling weird about food for the past year or more. But gremlins. Man, give me the gremlin tendy.
Yeah, gremlins can just die with
impunity.
Okay, so I just don't have a pure rock spell.
They got to go.
Yeah, so that's the reason why Tyler doesn't know any spells, is because he's just a rock wizard, and he doesn't have any beast. So until I get a beast spell, he just doesn't do anything.
Oh my god, did we not... We literally had 0 beast spells?
Yeah, we know 0 beast spells. The only beast spell I have is the beast spell that comes with the beast amulet that he has equipped, which doesn't do anything as far as like... If I could find a beast weapon, that would be a way to, like, train up his beast without knowing a beast spell. It's giving me,
like, flashbacks of Bloodborne again. I tried so hard to figure out how, like, beasthood worked.
Yeah.
And it works in such a dumb way that I never...
Yeah, it works the way it works is it works, but it doesn't tell you that it's working, except when you use a specific weapon with a specific covenant rune equipped, in which case it becomes very obvious when it's working.
I think you even have to double fist the thing.
Yeah, you have to, if you trick like the beast claw.
You need the weapon, and then you have to transform it, and be on the covenant, and start the beast in order to... Oh, God.
But it does... You get a Wolfman head if you do it.
Don't make me go through like ritual magic to do this shit. Just make.
Although if you do just
maybe
use
it's okay.
it, like if you just, what score do you have?
The basic use case is there, but like I couldn't tell that it was working. You know. Like, oh well, if you keep a running spreadsheet of every amount of damage that you deal to enemies as you go, then it's obvious when, you know, the bump here, as you're charting it through your playthrough. It's like, I don't analyze my like, footage that way, right? Like, who plays like that on a first playthrough?
Sonic poison!
That's why I don't like the beast pellets in Bloodborne.
They do just work, but that they work so obtusely is just classic Souls game bullshit.
Yeah. It's like, you know, by now it's old hat for me, right? Like, they got me again. Good work. You know, pull that football right out from under me, right as I was gonna kick it. Little did you know, you didn't even have to do that, because I would have slipped on a banana peel on my way there. I would have beefed it anyway. Although, you did not have to trick me.
A nice thing about Bloodborne is it's as simple or complex as you want it to be. Because you can go through all that stupid beast blood pellet garbage and like, yeah. Or you can just upgrade the hunter's axe.
Yep. First weapon you get. Oh, that's the enemy generator.
You have to push them back somehow.
He's talking about it like a can full of like snakes. It's like, oh no, have to reload the enemy generator.
Yeah, you gotta limit the enemy. What else is there that you need to know? You just gotta limit. You gotta destroy the enemy generator. Yeah, use beast. Use beast on Cordy. Cordy, use.
Okay, TikaCat says that there was a command called close in.
Run in and
stop the gremlin generator.
When your
path to it isn't blocked.
I want to say it's blocked right now.
It's probably blocked. I don't think that's a random chance. I think we have to like kill them in convenient ways.
Beast mode.
Are you just activating beast magic?
I was just using
to see if he learns.
Yeah, I'm making him use it.
Okay.
Because these enemies are non-threatening.
Yeah, if they get something like 20 more turns, we might be in trouble, but...
They're probably going to die to these two brush fires. They might die to just one. The classic. What move do you need other than brush fire?
Ooh, first one made the second one miss on a guy.
Yeah. Okay, now we can try close in. Use Sonic Burner on that guy. Use Beast on William Knights.
Yes. Show him the wild animal in his heart.
Beast.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose a little bit.
That's fine. I have Sonic Burner.
Every tone spell is just going to be amazing, right?
The generator has been stopped!
And it never generated even one extra Oh no! It generated an extra gremlin!
But now William Knights has to duel!
Oh, he's been pulled into single combat? Do you want the
Yeah, give me a staff move.
How about charge beat beat beat? I'll bet you'll like that one.
I think this is Rock Crush.
It is Rock Crush.
Look at him!
I wanted you to use the best one.
Blast him!
Holy shit.
Eat shit!
You killed his fucking ghost.
Obliterate! Look at his clown shoes.
Okay. I mean, I also basically have clown shoes. Don't make fun.
Okay, what size shoes do you wear? They aren't that big.
No, they're not. I always end up with shoes that are like larger than they need to be for my feet, which is why I think of them as clown shoes.
I do too, but that's just because it's hard to find a shoe that fits me, so I usually go half a size up, so they're always too long.
Right. They're always too long, right? They fit in the width, but the length is like off. I don't understand that whatsoever. Like, does that mean I have fat feet?
I have fat feet, so you might have fat feet.
I probably do. I don't know. I never like sat down and like compared my feet to other people's feet just on the street or something. Okay, it's like you have the booth that you set up, and instead of like the change my mind thing, it's like, let's compare feet.
You should get arrested if you do that. I'm just going to say that.
Look, it's just busking.
No, I'm okay with my weirdly wide feet. I have very thick, tough, strong feet that I have damaged many times in my life and will damage many times more. And to show them respect, I do not dislike them for being too wide. I literally have hobbit feet, though.
I have very dainty feet.
Oh.
They're kind of flat, but other than that, very dainty. I can balance on things easily. Like I can just stand on spheres and it's no problem.
Beast.
Which might be why they're flat, but I don't know.
Oh, you have flat feet?
Apparently. Again, with the, like, hasn't really compared his feet to other people's feet, but, like...
Well, being flat-footed
like,
is a specific thing.
It was like, so a friend of mine needed to borrow shoes for some reason. They put on my shoes and they're like, holy shit, your feet are really flat. And I'm like, are they? Is that a problem? And apparently it is, but it's never come up. Like, I've never had a problem.
If you can have, your feet can be called flat if you've tripped a lot. That's like a thing that happens when you have flat feet.
Oh, yeah, like being caught flat-footed, like a D&D thing.
No, just having flat feet. That's what my grandfather. He didn't get. He avoided the draft because he had flat feet.
Wow.
Yeah, flatness is how high the arch is. Like I have really high arches.
Yeah, I have rather low arches, but.
You can probably have low arches and still not have flat feet.
Okay.
You're within. You're within expected.
I'm learning a whole lot about my own feet now that we're talking about like Will Knight's clown shoes.
You're within the acceptable mean of feet.
Wait, what would be like unacceptable? Do I get kicked out of humanity?
Yes.
Like what? I'm not like.
You have to wear special shoes. We'll give you special shoes with corrective arches. Okay, I gotta increase the flow of water here somehow. We gotta find the source of the water. Cause I want that box. Yeah, you can have bad knees if you end up.
If you're flat or very flat, it'll put extra shock through to your knees, and that's bad.
That is offensive to my ancestors, Kaz. But they were all dirt farmers, so who cares? I'm treading on, with my flat feet, I'm treading on some rather delicate territory by offending those very same folks, because I'm pretty sure that my ancient ancestors are like ancient rivals or like clan feuders with the Argyles. Ooh.
Like it's crossing a line for me to wear Argyle socks.
Well, so long as it's not specifically the Argyle pattern, you're probably okay. So you have to be specific when you want to offend the ghosts.
Yeah, I guess.
Ghosts keep track of that thing.
No, I think that ghosts are like genies. They can like catch you with a technicality on anything, and they're like hungry as horses to do so.
We'll have to find a ghost and interrogate them on it. Also, I'm lost. It's finally happened. I made everything happen that I thought should happen, and now I'm lost.
Well, I've been distracting you by talking about like Scotsmen and feet.
So I want that box. There's a box in the water.
Yeah. Okay.
And
great.
The only thing else in that room is. The only other thing in the room is.
Well, have we done anything with the oars?
No.
I feel like we should have done something with the oars.
The oars are just like equipable. Like here's blue ore. It's a raw water tool.
I don't think that that's the. I think that they're secretly key items. They just sort of allow you to use them for like regular.
This ladder also does nothing.
Well, it does nothing yet. There ought to be a place where we can like put an ore in, and then a thing happens. I feel like that should be the case.
I would tend to agree, but until I see such a opportunity.
Man, like we were even going the right way. Like we killed the gremlin generator.
We did kill the gremlin generator,
and then hold on.
There was nothing in the room with the gremlin generator.
Oh god. Oh no. I think I know what it is.
What is it?
We've killed the generator, now we just have to finish off the rest of the gremlins.
No, they were respawning.
They were respawning?
Yeah. I think. Well, this is easy to test.
Can we... Yeah.
Like this guy. I'll kill you. I haven't been avoiding them that well.
I mean, yeah.
There's a gremlin and a C dot. So, annihilate.
Annihilate. This is the Protoss Archon. Starcraft.
Yeah,
that
Starcraft.
was another curious thing about, like, the same people who would, like, make fun of me for playing Diablo 2 and liking it, for, you know, oh, you just click on monsters. They loved StarCraft.
That makes
like,
a lot of sense to me.
What the hell, man? You click a lot in that game. Click on your own units.
Yeah, you click on your own,
I don't
you
even
click on
need
theirs.
to click on my own units, huh? Huh?
Stone Knight. Stone Knife, not Stone Knight. Stone Knifes when losing. Okay, does this gremlin respawn?
Okay. He was right there. He was right in the middle.
He did not.
Go 2 rooms away. Some games have the 2 rooms rule, which I like in general as a rule.
This game in general hasn't, but I will try that after annihilating these ones with with brush
now,
fire.
any sensible game that had full possession of its faculties would, you know, upon killing the monster generator, just sort of say, okay, that's the end of this scene. We're going to give you the cutscene now.
Or just have all the gremlins go, have them all leave,
right.
and you can then
It's
find
like,
the cutscene yourself.
You beat the leader, and now like they are all fleeing, but that happens in a cut. Nope.
Why do life points sometimes pop out of monsters? Why?
Yeah, that is a remaining mystery, of which this game still has many, I'm afraid.
That's good. No, I'm not afraid of that. I'm happy for that.
I don't know, man. I feel like this many hours into a game, we should have a handle on all of the important facts. Seem to be like...
Well, no, okay, by that measure, if we don't have a handle on it yet, it can't possibly be important.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Sacred Spear is broken. Found 25 chips.
25 chips, huh?
So I think we got 20 chips, and then the 5 was from beating the fight.
Oh, yeah. Alright,
So-
I just lumped it together. But 20 that's good.
It's not
Good
bad.
amount of chips.
Let's give her this one now. If I wanted to start training Tyler on Beast, I could have him start using the Elk Lance, the Antler Spear, because that's a Beast tool.
I don't know about that. He's not a spear user, and he has 0. Like,
Yep.
if he had, like, 1 or 5 or something, I would be more about that.
Okay,
But
let's
that's
go.
just gonna tank his damage for no reason. Okay. So we went 2 rooms away. We're testing that.
Oh.
Didn't come back.
Time to kill the gremlins. That made you so happy before. Now it's time for you to be even more happy as we exterminate the gremlins.
I like it. I'm enthusiastic about gremlin murder. I can't even rationalize it. There's no logical argument that is internally consistent with the like dislike of animal death but love of gremlin death.
It's because gremlins are supposed to die. You are fulfilling their purpose by killing them.
Oh no, that's getting into some like Rick and Morty territory.
No. I'm talking like the film Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
Those guys existed to die.
Keep me in that wheelhouse. Please. What is a wheelhouse, actually?
I'm pretty sure a wheelhouse is the part of the ship that has the wheel in it. Like like in a modern fishing boat.
Oh, right. The ship part.
Yeah, I think in a modern fishing boat, at the very least, they call that the wheelhouse because it's got the wheel in it. It's where the captain spends his time.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not the forecastle or the aft castle.
The what was that? What did you say?
The forecastle.
You mean
the aft castle?
You mean the forecastle?
Yeah, but
forecastle. When you're on a boat, you lose your ability to speak. That's why. When you're on
because you have to yell so much. Because you're yelling through a gale. right?
That's true, but also the Lord Poseidon takes his number of letters.
Oh, I see. That's the tithe to Poseidon.
It's the tithe. That might actually be true. Is the thing.
Fucking. He has no use for. What use has Poseidon for treasure? There is so much treasure that is sunk to the bottom of the sea anyway. I do not need your coin. Give me your letters.
I mean, that's why Ariel gave up her voice, right? It was Poseidon's magic.
Yep. There you go. Yep. That's internal consistency for you.
Man, sailors are stupid. Any sailors out there, you're probably stupid. Especially if you were from the era of sailing. Where you're like, I don't want to have a sharp knife because I could cut myself. It's stupid. Sailors hated sharp knives. They didn't know how to swim.
Man, we're just dragging the East India Trading Company tars.
They would dunk people in the ocean and shave their head whenever they crossed an imaginary line on the globe.
For the first time.
And each additional time, they would burn effigies for Poseidon. They would do that too. It was in that was in Moby Dick, everybody's favorite book. If you watch it,
Moby Dick might be a bit of a jaundiced view of what the lives of whalers were really like. I don't know. Maybe there's some like extra details in there that aren't like true to life.
Well, you can't prove that, so I'm going to say you can't.
But,
so I'm going to be more convicted than you are, and that means I'm right.
That is literally how like
arguments online work. Yeah, that's how rhetoric works. Yeah.
Like debate also. That's how debate works.
So how can we use dialectics to come to a synthesis?
No, we're not.
About?
We will not. We can't. That's it.
Well, my thesis was that when sailors would cross the meridian or cross the equator, they would burn effigies. And your antithesis was they didn't. So, what is our synthesis from those 2 points?
our synthesis, our ataraxia.
Yeah. Right? Where does the praxis lead us?
Well, this is all theory. This is zero praxis. We're not like praxis would be crossing the meridian ourselves.
Just seeing what happened.
To see if the sailors who happened to be with us did burn effigies, and if we are those sailors, then witnessing whether we burned effigies. Which maybe that is the best way to resolve this. We have to circumnavigate the globe now.
I guess we do.
I hope you're happy.
I mean, I am happy. I love circumnavigating globes.
What? How could that be a thing you like?
You can't prove it.
Take a basketball out every day, or just like tracing your finger around it, like
I love
where it's at.
I love orbs, Kaz. I'm like an elephant. Elephants love orbs.
The facts about the elephant.
It is. Well, that's a.
Elephants never forget. Elephants love orbs.
That's one of the theories about why they linger around the remains of the dead. And they have a predilection to hold up hip bones, and they think it's because the socket of the hip bone is very spherical in the elephant, and they do like balls in in captivity.
That's like another level of morbid. Like, do you think they anticipate that, and they're just hanging around the old elephants, being like, "Yo, I can't wait to hold your bones."
That's a great thing. That's a great thing to say to like an enemy. You're just giving us a line. It's like, I can't wait to hold your bones, fool. Your bones shall be held by me.
Yeah, that's bringing us back to the Rudyard crippling.
In my life, I shall hold the bones of these gremlins. We're just sitting in the madness because we have no idea about what to do other than to kill every gremlin we see. and we're not allowed to leave. And this one Griblin's tough. Let's give him my weakest attacks until he dies. Yeah, we have a pretty good streak of Rudyard crippling quotes. Oh.
Oop. Aim shot. Ah, he got slightly better.
Block. There you go. I guess Narcisse gaining Waza points might or might not be good. I don't know. It's probably good in this game. Okay. So let's find the cutscene. Actually, let's save. Because I want to know how to get that chest, and it's going to bother me.
It's messing me up a little that I can't find the specific Moby Dick quote that I'm looking for. I was looking for it so that I could own you on the internet, but
well,
it apparently doesn't exist. So
I'll accept the owned.
No, I mean. Yes. Wait. Oh my god, the thing I'm thinking of isn't real. What?
Oh no. What were you thinking of?
Oh, yeah, no. So in dreams, I have seen majestic Satan thrusting forth his tormented colossal claw from the flame Baltic of hell.
That sounds pretty great to me. That's got to be Ahab, right? Usually when they were talking about hell, it was either Ahab or the Persian? What was his name? I forget. They talked about hell together a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your favorite chapter of Moby Dick, Kaz?
My favorite chapter of Moby Dick?
Yeah. Is it on Cetology? That's a lot of people's favorite.
I'm gonna review and get back to you. I'm gonna go back through the Cliff's Notes.
I do admit that the thing I'm asking is a wide question. Mine is the Forge. Because in that scene, there's a scene in that where Ahab lays his head down on the anvil before the smithy and says, "Can you fix this crack, this seam of my brow? Could you lay your hammer down upon this seam and make it right?" And he instructs the guy to bash his head in with the hammer to try to fix him. And his smith has to say, "No, sir. I can fix all seams but one." Oh, my hunter bow broke. Didn't even realize.
What? No! Oh no! Okay, so remember when we started out and I was complaining that my toy hadn't arrived?
Yeah.
I am now getting notification that it arrived 2.5 hours ago. Well before we started the stream.
Oh
and
no!
If I had only
do you want to go check on your
had
toy?
this information sooner. It's irrelevant now. The whole deal. It's a new microphone. I was going to have a different microphone for this stream, but there is no scenario where I try to like hot swap.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
My microphone while a stream is going, even if it's not mine, and you can like sit here and watch Gnomebit and murder gremlins for like another half hour.
Wait, is it here that I have to clog the pipe? Here, there's a pipe here. Can someone in the chat look up how I get that chest? Because it's going to bother me. And I'm just going to look it up after the stream if I don't find it. So you might as well do the work for me.
Well, that's kind of holding your audience hostage, don't you think?
I do that often. I mean, you could do it if you want to.
I could hold your audience hostage?
Yes. Or help me. Either one. Both would help me.
Good. Sorry, I didn't. I was not trying to be obtuse on purpose. So I'm glad that I was able to stumble into that joke. I sound like the guy who should get a pie to the face. And it hasn't happened yet, so... Nope, that's Romancing Saga 2. That's SaGa Frontier 2.
So I just killed these remaining gremlins.
God, we're in... Do you remember the name of the chapter that we're in?
Ah, shit. We're in the mine. We're in the... We're in the mines.
Wait. I know how to find where we are. Blue ore.
Yeah, blue ore.
Shit! It's not the fact. Green ore? Fuck. Okay. Can't use this one.
At the mines. Yeah. Is that what the chapter's called? I will... When I get into the... When I can look at my save file, I'll be able to see the name of the location.
Okay. I mean, you know, factually, this might not be a good fact to use. We will find out.
There might not be a good fact to use. It's the kind of thing where... save. The location is the Svendorf Mines. S-V-E-N Dorf.
Okay, Will undertakes a mining job.
Thank you for the subvert head. 31 months. That is a long time. It scarcely feels like I've had subs that long. Can I just defend? Yeah.
Oh, this... I haven't figured it out, but I have learned a fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
In that battle where we fought the gremlin generator...
Yeah.
You only have to kill one.
Oh.
If you kill one gremlin, you can close in.
That's pretty good.
How great is that? Okay. Yeah. Dual combat.
It's like, look for the word chest.
Okay, there's a treasure box that you can't take right now. You're able to take it when you enter the mine for the second time later in Will's scenario.
Oh, excellent. I cannot have to worry about it.
You can't take that. Okay. That's what I meant to look up.
That's all I'm going to read. That's all we need to know, because
now you just need to get the hell out of the mine.
You're
done here.
I
should not have to extinct the gremlins, much as I would like.
We don't have to. Oh, that's a bit of a disappointment. I've been having fun just annihilating them.
Did I say that? I was lying. We have to. It said that in the fact. You actually have to clear them out. Because they're not respawning, right? Like,
they're not respawning.
Yeah.
So it means you have
to. As soon as you see one respawn, you gotta leave. But if they're not respawning, they gotta go. So I get to be entertained for the next half hour while you gradually extinctify gremlins. Just the thought of it makes me kind of happy. What if no more gremlins? It's like, yeah, that would be good.
It's like goblins. You should be happy when goblins die too.
I don't know. I don't think I can be. Mostly because you're a goblin, right? And
well, that might be what makes me so happy about when it happens.
Oh well.
Is it means there's one less goblin to compete with. You're kind of
contrary as a person, which I understand well. All right.
I thought about questioning that, but the act of that's not an argument you can win, because the act of questioning whether or not you're contrary proves that you are. So I guess you've got me on the hook for that one, my pal.
Now who's fallen into whose rhetorical trap?
Hello, Tangled String. We're extinctifying the goblins or the gremlins.
Yes.
We're doing it not because we have to, but because it's fun.
We're not extinctifying the goblins. We were just talking about how we can't extinctify the goblins.
No, we were talking about how it would be similar. How it's also great to extinctify goblins. I think I've made too many EDH decks about repeatedly making and killing goblins to not love it. And I like the various goblin decks. I like that goblins is playable in Modern. The set that made it playable was also the set that made it almost unplayable, because you've got they give you like Matron and War Chief and Ringleader, and munitions expert.
Holy shit.
But
we just did 1,000 damage to that guy.
Yeah.
That's the first time we've done 4 digits of damage, I think.
We've gotten close, but I think did we double brush fire? Was that what it was? Or no, it was Woodstock brush fire.
Bushfire Woodstock, yeah.
But Plague Engineer makes it really hard to play any kind of tribal deck in any format right now. Your goblins get -1/-1.
That he's legal in anyway. But
yeah,
there's not like pioneer goblins. That's not real.
There is, but it's not a goblins deck, kind of.
Well,
it's like
that's just strictly worse than other flavors of Big Red that are kicking around in Pioneer. Like you can put a couple of Rabble Masters or whatever in your deck, and say, oh well, it's a mid-range red. But then you have like Kari Jev or whatever her name is.
I think
she's not a goblin. She makes a monkey and
the Pioneer, not Popper. The Pioneer deck that's got goblins might be a rally deck. Where you use like Skirk Prospector and rally the ancestors.
In the end, Will was right after all. Wow.
What a total. Loss.
Sigh, what a total.
And then Will, always the optimist. And then...
Yeah, I mean, Will is too good-natured to rub anyone's face in it.
Yeah, he's like...
But he also made out like a bandit here. Well, he made out like a trick-or-treater who...
It said, take one, and he did.
He did. And,
he's like, I don't want to take any more than that. Okay, let's go.
Lawful good, Will Knights.
Let's find Gustav. Yes, Gustav returns to Thermes for the first time in 20 years.
Ooh, Gus.
Yeah, he's got a steel sword, and he's back to Thermes. He's riding into his conquered city.
What is that thing?
Oh, that's the Squirrelabo. We've seen those before.
I forgot there was a scene with the squirrel chocobo.
We've seen one man riding them, and we've seen them in the stable before. Is Squorse. And we've already gotten to the to just governance.
Wait, yeah, we're just fast forwarding to like midway through the rule.
Yeah.
It's like dealing with day-to-day affairs of running the kingdom.
All the taxes with one exception.
One tax.
From Otto.
Otto's tax.
The Marquis of Otto has given many reasons for postponing the payment of taxes. So Otto, the Marquis of Otto was expecting a regime change, so he was holding his funds.
Like, why pay my taxes if there's just going to be a regime change, and then the new guy isn't going to, like, demand back taxes?
I must keep an eye on him. And speak of the devil. Marie? Is that who that foot soldier was?
No, I think I think Marie is going to be the envoy of the Marquis.
Oh, I missed it. They said Marquise, so it's the that's his sister.
Oh, yeah.
Marie is who this is. And there she is, the sister Gustav has never seen, wearing a white mage outfit. I'm delighted to meet you. I'm a little sad you iced our previous brother. Just...
Is she?
Hard to say. Which one do you think actually did it? I bet it was Kelvin. He was the one who had the knife. I hope it was a steel knife.
Oh my god, and then he could be like, you will be the first to witness the new era. Era of steel.
The era
of
steel.
Him.
And Gustav, as always, is cutting to the quick.
Yeah, it was like when Julius Caesar rode the Orient Express. Everyone did it. They just all...
Man, he's being cold. He's addressing her by her title and not by her name.
Ah, shit.
Cantle, the Marquis of Otto, to swear allegiance to your highness.
He's like, he would be a canal, but he just
can't.
He just can't.
It might be impertinent, but I wish that you would grant us your understanding, dear brother. So we're regime change, but we don't want to change anything. This will prevent unnecessary spilling of blood. Did you let that slip? She's being... This doesn't seem sincere to me, the way she's presenting herself.
Not in the least.
Yeah.
That is a veiled threat, if I ever saw one.
Like, she's talking about spilling blood, but then immediately saying... Yeah. But then Kelvin... No, but no, that's not Kelvin, that's the general speaking, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What was her name? Shit.
General Long-Haired.
Spritzel or whatever. Schneisel.
General Svendorf, just to make things more complicated when you're looking up things in the fact.
He probably fears the possibility of an alliance between Philippe and I. So yeah, Philippe was our other younger brother, the one we didn't ice.
The unfortunate brothers of Gustav.
You're the one being sentimental, Kelvin.
The Marquis of Knoll? Oh. Dang it, not him again.
Philippe will not come. He bears a strong resentment towards me. I wonder why.
Well, you know, we were privy to that because of a cutscene. But, I don't know. Presumably Gustav also understands why.
Yeah, well,
maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't care.
Well, Gustav knows why because he killed Philippe's brother. At all, but yeah, I don't know if
how much does that really mean in a royal household?
Hard to say.
I don't think there's the same kind of like. I mean, when I was growing up with 3 brothers, like we shared a bunk bed and shit. Like we were together all the time, so we had a long time to establish our relationships, and you know the fights had to end. They can't last, basically. But with like royals, they all get their own mansions. They get shipped off at an early age. They get like sent to the church. Some of them, many of them don't even interact. Like I don't know.
Somebody has gashed out something from that. Oh, Gustav actually knew Philippe, or did he? He knew. I think he knew. He didn't know Gustav.
Oh, well...
But he knew Philippe.
Okay, maybe what we're seeing exactly right now is the contradiction of what I was just saying, which would be fine. That's fine. The text is the text. Like, you can read things in, but the text is the text.
So Philippe didn't understand why his mother was sent away. Oh, that's why Philippe wasn't in the line of succession, because the king remarried. Maybe that's why.
Ooh,
it's
shit. Right, because Mom also got exiled.
Yeah, Philippe is Gustav's brother and Marie's half-brother. And Gustav the 14th was also his half-brother.
That is taking, like, inherited titles to a rather extreme, right? Like, well, you know... If the kid turns out wrong and can't use magic, it couldn't be me. It had to be the mom.
Yeah, that's...
So, she's gotta go too.
Both Philippe and Marie lost their beloved... Although, Marie also was... I don't know. I might have to look at a table.
Well, I mean, try getting internal consistency out of the divine right of kings. Like...
Yeah. Why do you cry, Leslie?
Everything that Gus says sounds like Alucard to me. I hear him in Alucard's voice all the time. It's
Leslie,
great.
why do you cry? Farewell, Kelvin. We'll not meet again.
You will not meet again. Is this the story of how Dracula is born?
Maybe. Is Gustav
Maybe
Dracula?
that's one of the most important facts of all that we just haven't. Like...
Gustav was really, really frightening when he was young, apparently. I think he's gotten only more frightening over time.
Yeah, I mean, we even, like... God, when he was a kid, he would, like, torture birds, right? Like,
he threw rocks at... Yeah, he threw rocks at birds. He had a weaker child who he made into his follower, and his minion. Right. He straightened up when he learned a craft, but that just made him crafty.
Yeah, I think it just focused the like killing energy into a way that was socially acceptable.
It's always hard to be around you. I feel like I'm always being swung around and dragged to the deep.
Man, if I had a nickel for every time someone told me that.
Of course. Yeah. For whom do you think I do this? Is it for you? Or is it for the kingdom?
Damn!
Wow, here comes Philippe. I have come to kill you today!
Oh, I love it.
I hear you are a skilled spellcaster. Then can you skill me standing right from right there? And then Gus is just like...
You just do the Ahab thing that you were talking about. Like, can you smite my brain with your mighty hammer? Oh my god, look at how the text box followed him. That was really slick.
Yeah.
Like, not only did the text box shift, but the, like, arrow coming off of it also shifted very smoothly. That was very good.
But why can I feel your mother's anima within you? Why do I feel so nostalgic? Anima left on her journey. That's a thing we've seen a couple times. It's their their euphemism for dying. Oh man, he's projecting a force ghost.
Holy shit! Convincingly enough for 2 people to see. That's important.
And then the crybaby immediately begins to cry. We did hear that Gustav had some kind of powerful magical ability, but the fact that his magic was stunted made it hard to know what it was.
Right. Like I'm convinced that he just overflowed.
Yeah.
And like wrapped. That's why I think he's. And it's a signed, like, anima ability is a signed integer, so it wraps with, like, negatives. So the, like, thing didn't respond, it, like, evaluated as 0, which is less than a rock.
I have no intention of becoming the king of this country.
As you are well aware, I have no right to the firebrand. What about you?
And of course the shitty dad. He's like, once he had a new heir, he just ignored his previous children because the wife was wrong, apparently.
Oh, I mean, okay, speaking as someone who has had the wrong wife before, it is best to, like, do away with that as quickly as you can. Like, just, you gotta rip that Band-Aid off. Don't get too sentimental about it. It's fine.
If you get too sentimental, you'll start projecting force ghosts.
Okay. Exiling, though, see, that's where...
Wait,
I'm a big fan of amicable endings to relationships.
We brought Flynn with us?
Wait, what are you doing here?
We brought Flynn? And he wanted to meet our sister, the shit. Go hem your skirt, you doodle.
Maybe you actually earned all of the punishings that I gave you.
Something good happen?
Yes.
Okay, so we got something. We got something off our chest, literally a force ghost.
Hey, I mean, I think it's advantageous for like the children of the king to have come together like this, right?
Yeah, for them to like come to an understanding. Okay. So, ooh, construction of Han Nova. Gustav constructs a new city, a city of steel and gears.
It's the new Han, or Han Nova. What does Han mean? I'm gonna regret looking this up immediately, aren't I? Okay, Han could be a crater on the moon. It could be the von Han, a German, Baltic, Russian noble family.
That I would believe.
A German airline, a United States air base that is in Germany. So it could be a rooster.
So what I'm hearing is
a particularly famous rooster.
It's probably a place or a surname from Germany. And if you look at the soundtrack for this game, every song title is a German word.
Nope. Got it. It's just the German word for rooster.
Ah. So we're building our new cock, the steel cock of Gustav.
We are building a giant dick. That's
no, that would be vulgar.
What is? I think that's all that humanity has ever done, honestly.
Cockadoodle City, that's a good one. Grand Valley, a giant valley that splits the eastern continent, north and south. Stone Bridge. Could not withstand the flow of time. Time and memory, frozen in bridges.
I cannot watch that stream. I am very sorry. Like, I have watched enough Final Fantasy 13 2 to last for several lifetimes. And my lifetime is already, like, super long. Like,
I'm enjoying it because the audio mixing is a little different and you can hear the soundtrack more. And the soundtrack of that game is kind of killer. And
there were factually good parts about the video game.
And we're going on an expedition. We're asking Tyler. To Viceland, the land that's supposedly the birthplace of the spell arts.
Birthplace of spell arts. Like it. Oh, he doesn't ask Cordelia because she might be dead.
Oh no, Narcisse is retiring!
He's retiring at the ripe old age of 32.
I don't know. No, he was older than that. Tyler was 34 the last time we encountered. I think Narcisse might be in his 40s.
Now we're not going to know. We have to, like, spool up an old save because we're spooling things tonight because of the focus.
Oh, Cordy's coming with us, and she's going to be a little lonely.
Fine, he's retiring at the ripe old age of 40. Jeez.
Yeah, is that old for an adventurer?
That might factually be old for someone who fights monsters and goes into caves for a living. I don't know of, like, a real world equivalent of that. I really don't think we have one.
Do I care about any of this garbage?
Yeah, perhaps anima, like, drains your life essence by using it, and everyone dies young, except Gustav. He'll like live to be older than anybody. Like, we haven't actually seen old people, have we?
Oh yeah, we see some in town, but not like a lot.
Bent over bearded man? Like, we haven't seen anyone like that though. I don't know.
So let's repair.
Anyway, you were talking about repairing.
Oh man, it's gonna cost like half my money to fix my rock axe.
Never spend more than half your money. Although we have a whole lot of shit to sell too, so
I don't think I can sell. I might be able to sell chips, but I can't sell items.
Oh my god.
Like if I go to him, like, there's no sell menu. You
seriously have to, like, grind every wood spear down to the nub in order to get chips that you can
If you can go to a blacksmith, you can have them break your items for you. and just turn them into your chips.
I just got a headache. I'm gonna be back in a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to find a blacksmith. That's why I'm saving in case the game locks me out of being able to. If you're ever lost, just go straight. Here's an old man. You can overcome a lot of stuff with guts alone. That's going to be a VGA advisor quote. Out of the way. Getting lots of good NPC dialogue here. So the ruins are better than nothing at all. We have ruin builders in this game now. Rioing our way around town. Excuse me. Do you know a way I could make some money? Yeah, vocalize, parentheses. Yeah, I don't think I can... Man, why can't I go to a shop? Why am I disallowed from doing... I can only do this. We don't have access to the blacksmith zone. So if I want a decent axe, I have to pay that much. Because it was the other town that had... The inventory stuff of this game has been, like, the worst part of it so far. So I guess we'll see if there's, like, a way to do stuff in the Grand Valley. Maybe there's a blacksmith here. This game's gorgeous, by the way. New music. Where the flip am I going? Oh no.
Oh, look at you going right along.
Yeah, and RC's coming with us to protect us from our stupidity. That's like throwing up my...
Now we can learn how old he is again.
Yeah, that's throwing up my death flags, though.
What?
It makes me think he's going to die. He's 41. I also unequipped all his items.
Right. He was like 2 days away from retirement.
Yes. And now he's going to die.
Okay, that's fine. I don't particularly like him.
He's okay.
Okay. As a fighter, I like him. As a character, I have no attachment. I'm sorry. Like, he's a nothing of a character. But anyway, as soon as we have a low point, or like when there's nothing going on, I do have something that I need to ask you, and I think it's best to do it while we are streaming.
Yeah,
for maximum.
Let's do it right now.
Impact.
I'm equipping him.
Okay, well, while you're equipping him. So, at Shrekfest 2020, when you and I are watching Paul Verhoeven movies and drinking scotch, what kind of scotch should it be?
I'm basically the wrong person to ask. I don't know a lot of stuff about scotch.
Uh-huh. So there's none that you've, like... Okay.
I've basically liked every scotch I've ever had. I've never turned my nose up at a scotch.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am, frankly. I'm like, swampier the better. No, come on. Swampy scotch? Miss me with that particular adjective. Come on, that can't be right. I mean, it's Shrekfest.
It is Shrekfest.
No, okay, I thought... Look, I know that you're a butler in real life, Shabadoo, so I was thinking, oh my god, does he know that there's, like Scotch swampiness, and that's one of the things that people seek out. Oh yes, you could really taste the peaty, like, aroma of the Highlands that have soaked into the barrels, and it's like, oh god. Okay. But no, I'm not gonna do... basically, I don't give a shit about Shrek. Any facts about Shrek, any aspects of Shrek, I'm not going to cosplay as a Shrek character. I don't want to learn any facts about Shrek, but I am absolutely going to Shrekfest 2020. That is my take on the matter.
You need to shape up your Shrek, though. You need to get into Shrek.
Wait, do I?
You definitely need to learn how to love the Shrek.
Are they gonna kick me out?
No, I will judge you for it.
No, they're gonna measure my feet. They're gonna take it's like phrenology, but for feet. They're gonna like measure my feet and be like, we know that you don't like Shrek. You're out of the fandom and you're out of the conference.
I'm checking to see if they'll even let me cross the bridge. There's a toll to pay the bridge, apparently. Everybody's hyping it up as expensive.
I honestly don't think it's a matter of paying tolls if the bridge does not exist. Like, you were walking to... Wait. Talk to that NPC again. Because I think we just actually found me in the video game.
I just found a new person.
A cutie like me can get through the bridge for a cheap price.
Not stupid.
Not
I just got a party member.
They just jumped into your body. Marksman. Because Narcisse is going to die, they give you someone else.
She's 27. She is a Belle. She's not Isabelle. She's La Belle. Tell me about La Belle. She has Dew Axe and Hunter Bow.
Oh.
And she can cast Life Water. She is a boaster. Tree and water magic.
27 years old. Her name is literally the Beautiful. Like, maybe we have... It's not a replacement for Narcisse. She's a replacement for Cordelia in case you got her killed.
What if I took her axe and gave it to Tyler?
That'd probably be fine.
Let's get the dead guy out of our party and rock with We need to train up Tyler because he's going to retire. That's what's going to happen. Back to the Scotch argument.
I have not had an Ardbeg. Lagavulin is fine. Miss me with Lafroig. That's like too far gone. I guess I will have to like select the Scotches for us. But I mean my quest here is strictly procure on site. In order for me to get to Shrekfest, I will not be able to bring any Scotch with me unless I do it inside my own body. And once that has happened, it's not something that we can share while watching RoboCop.
You could mail it to Jen's.
I
think he's driving.
Maybe I could.
So, water, tree, and...
How are you getting there?
I'm either going to fly or put my car on a boat. I'm deciding if that's worth doing.
I mean...
I could also just drive there.
Things sound insane, but I don't know. I might actually be able to take a train. How dope would that be?
It'd be a long train ride.
It would, but, you know, like the train ride would be half of the vacation. Just be like, hey, I'm on a fucking train. It's awesome.
I don't know how it would be any more insane than, like, going to... Do I have a water weapon at all? I'm probably just going to have to give her a water thing. No, but just, getting on a plane in the frigid north to Magfest that doesn't seem any less insane to me than just putting my car on a boat. Flame, water, you need tree.
Man.
So just have yourself a... Enjoy oak staff.
I've been on some frigid planes in my lifetime. Like the, probably the most bobo-ass plane ride I ever took was out of a northern New York, like, tiny town. I can't even remember the name of it. God, I should look this up. I'm gonna look it up. This is like, it was like, God, it was just like a little puddle jumper that got you to Ithaca.
The puddle jumpers are terrible.
Syracuse. Like it was a little puddle jumper that got you to Syracuse, but Canton. Canton, New York. Oh my god. This is like... It was cold, the airport was tiny. They had one... they had one security guard for the whole airport. Oh, it was great.
Do you need any more than that?
No! You didn't. You didn't even need the one, frankly, but, you know, it was post 9/11, so you gotta.
So you gotta have one.
It's like, fine.
So yeah, the toll is 1,000,000 crowns, or 10,000 if you can supply a quell. So we have
10%.
so
we have to go dig up a quell. And...
So we have a quell, but we only have about 1,200. So we're about 8,800 short. So I think we are going to take the long way. That gets Narcisse killed.
Okay, good.
Thing is, grinding doesn't get you money.
Yeah, I mean, the grind would be incredible. Because what we're grinding is our weapons down to the nub so that they break into stuff that we can sell.
And we would also have to find them at the same rate at which we... I need to figure out where I am and where I went. Enemies teleport here. I want to fight this guy.
Ah, well, that's Ann Coral Ring.
Well, coral rings are great.
That's got to be a water tool.
It is water tool, but it has defense values.
Ooh, and it's a grip.
It's a grip.
It's got the like. Rah.
So you can have the coral ring. Let's get a taste of the enemies around here.
So the little sampler.
Oh man, new music. This music's kind of dope. Oh, and then it's just a remix of the normal battle theme?
I dig it.
This is great.
I appreciate remixes. I also appreciate when you remix something and at the very beginning they say, "This is the remix!" so that you know it's a remix. I love that. I love knowing it's a remix.
So William... Oh,
I'm not even lying. Like, I know... Okay, look, I understand what I sound like. I know that everything that I ever say sounds like I'm being the most sarcastic guy in the world who's about to get hit in the face with a pie. But I genuinely mean that. I love it when they say this is the remix.
Oh, I should have given La Belle more to do than what she has. I forgot to give her spells.
So she's going to be useless for one battle. It doesn't matter.
She's...
We could defeat these people with, like, Will Knights alone, I think.
And we'll see what our lawnmower and big logs chop does.
Ooh, they're comboing.
Run through and thrust.
Run through thrust.
Ugh.
That was pretty effective.
Huzzah! Okay.
Oh yeah, it's named after the thing you say when you do it. Huzzah! That's when you do a waza.
It's a big, okay, big log chop and lawnmower seem fine. How's brush fire?
Still good.
Not enough to win though. Let's see if I can get off a deep mist water to heal myself. And
oh, deep mist is that's where we are.
Yeah.
We are in the deep mist.
Lawnmower. Oh, I'm doing a combo attack with the enemy again.
Combo with them to heal off the damage from. What?
I don't know what happened there.
The healing didn't go through.
Did the healing happen? That's not the first time we've comboed with the enemy.
Oh man, she even brushes her hair back. She knows she's pretty. What the hell?
And we got new ending remix too, the ending theme. So let's equip arts on La Belle. I forgot what the line mean. We learned what the line mean. We learned what it meant, and then I forgot what it did.
No. There's I think the idea was the line was things that are locked in. So above the line is locked in and will not change, right? Wait, can you move the line? We can't move the line.
We can try.
The line is the line. How would we move it? What? Like, I can Sharpie my screen, but...
There might have been a button in the manual to have you move the line.
God, I don't want to look the manual again.
Okay, let's... Do I have a better...
I'm gonna be an adult.
Do I not have a better thing to give you then? Because Sonic Poison is a tone. You don't even need tone skill.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna look at the manual.
I guess I could give you a tone skill, but... Just use aim shot for now.
Here we go.
She does dress like a sailor when we were previously she's completely shitting on sailors.
Like, beefing out sailors of the East India Trading Company specifically.
No, I was beefing on all sailors. You were going after the... I mean, if you're a sailor right now...
You really should not do that. I'm gonna... It's not like... I mean this for your personal health. That's all. I care about your body continuing to function.
Are you going to say sailors are going to come for me if they... What are they going to do? Eat some spinach? Although he wasn't...
Oh my God.
Popeye the Sailor Man wasn't even a fucking sailor. He was a longshoreman.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
He never sailed? He just moved crates off.
He did sail, but it was like incidental. I think his job was that of a longshoreman. Because that's why he had the forearms.
Ah, because of gripping all the crates.
Yeah. Anyways, we're fighting some kind of fucking spider. I'm gonna show that my Delta Land Kraken.
Oh my God, Land Kraken!
I forgot to give her tone / stone abilities. So I guess you're using aim shot.
Okay. Work in progress.
Dust. In Dwarf Fortress, dust is the worst thing. If a forgotten beast tells you to beware its deadly dust, that thing will fucking murder you.
Oh. Well, that just reminds me of Ultima 3 Exodus, where you could die and leave a corpse, and there were spells to bring back corpses. But you could also, like, the corpse could die and leave dust. And there were, like, more powerful spells that you needed to bring someone back from being dust.
Yeah, evil is here. There's just an enemy called Evil.
Oh. Well, that's not nearly as good as Land Kraken.
I think...
Yeah,
Land Kraken is really good. I think what Dust did in Dwarf Fortress is it meant that it had a breath attack that caused Syndrome. Man, Land Kraken is taking it to us. Just aiming this guy. I probably should attack the smaller things first, but I'm not afraid of evil. Because I have Thy Rod and Thy Staff and all that other stuff. The Daddy's Prayer, that's what it's called, right? Victorious! La Belle gained Waza points. And Tree! Was there an enemy called Wide Ghost? Oh, there was. Yes, there was an enemy called Wide Ghost. But it was a ghost of the place Wide. So you need a rock and a tone. Do I have any? I bet fucking our dude has it. Yeah, I need that.
Okay, I found the part of the manual. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This is called Equip Arts, switching weapon arts and spell arts. With this command, equip, switch, or remove weapon arts and spell arts from characters. From the menu screen, select Equip Arts. When the X button is pressed, the cursor will move to the Equipped Arts window. In this window, a line separates the items into 2 zones. The top zone includes the arts that will remain unchanged. These items will be located above the line. The bottom zone includes those items that will be changed upon learning new weapon arts and or spell arts. These items are located below the line. From the Equipped Arts window, select an item from either above or below the line and press the X button twice to cause a second cursor to appear in the Arts window. From this window, select a weapon art or spell art. When removing a weapon art, choose Unequip and press the X button again to complete the process. That's all it says about the line.
So we're not towing the line, are we?
No. And I'm done reading that manual, I swear to God.
I thought you loved reading manuals.
I do love reading manuals, but this one I'm done with. I've read it. Now I've read it again. And we're done. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'll probably come back and read the manual again at some point. But like only when a different thing.
Oh no, I ran into a monster, and Narcisse basically has nothing equipped because I was stripping him. This means that we won't... I was going to send Cordelia out, but she's not here. So I guess we'll just...
What?
I took Cordelia out of my party.
Cordelia not here?
I took her out of the party briefly so that I could take things off Narcisse and give them to LaBelle.
Oh, I see. So we just have a naked Narcisse in our party currently?
Is it charge, 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 beat, or is it charge, beat, 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 beat? It's charge, beat, 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 beat.
It's charge, beat, beat, beat.
Charge, beat, beat, beat. Get him. Fuck him up.
Fuck him up, Will Knights. No, don't get attacked. Yeah, don't
Bop.
get attacked. Yeah.
Get him, son.
I love it. Will the dual attack Will Knight's victory pose looks like he's flipping us off.
It looks like he's doing he's doing the up your ass thing. Like where you stick one forearm up and then you put your fist on there. It's like
that's the flipping you off. It's just more Italian.
Yeah, but I thought it meant up yours, buddy. That's what I've heard that it meant.
Doesn't that mean like? Isn't that always what flipping the bird means?
I thought flipping the bird meant fuck you. Specifically, but
okay, and now we're learning about kink. Just a little bit of
No, I know about butt sex, Kaz. Don't infantilize me. I refuse to be put in that position.
Okay,
where I'm infantilized by a sailor supporter.
Wait, hey, hold on. Whoa. Let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the let's.
How many innuendos can we fit in
on that one?
Yeah, how many innuendos can we make in a 5-minute section where we're pumping things up and we're hoisting mainsails and we're being put in positions?
Yep.
Oh man, this is a forest of illusion.
No, I love it.
Yeah, we got another demon grass. Oh shit. Well, I guess LaBelle's fighting.
Yeah. All right.
We don't know any bow skills. We didn't write any of them down.
Yeah, literally none. So you get to invent. Good work.
Okay, time to spark stuff. Let's do charge, quick shot,
spark some joy,
shoot,
baby.
Focus.
That happens at the end of all the innuendos. You spark joy, and that's the whole.
Okay, Frankie. Zam. 26.
Oh dear. I think LaBelle might get killed.
Well, I saved.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, like, okay. With the things that I was saying previously, I'm not necessarily a sailor supporter, especially if you specifically sailed for the East India Trading Company of antiquity. But what I meant by all that was, if you're that down on sailors as like a profession, They're going to come to your house and beat you up.
How are they going to come to my house? I don't live by the sea.
Do it. Well, that's the magic of being a sailor. Like, you can still walk on dry land, it turns out, without wobbling. That's sort of the point. But, you know.
We left.
Oh, right. They're going to sail up the river.
Technically, I live close to a sea, which is navigable. So I'm not protected
take
completely.
My boat. They're gonna go up this river. They're gonna defeat M. Bison.
We're getting off the rails here, kids. Okay, let's go equip arts and look at her bow arts to see what the fucking incantations are to these terrible... Random shot doesn't have an incantation. You cannot invent random... You have to invent it. You can't devise it.
Oh, wow.
So, faint focus shoot is shadow bind.
That's not even good.
Focus shoot is aim shot. It's also not good.
I feel like that one at least works. Like, shadow bind doesn't deal damage.
Yeah, shadow bind does not deal damage. Heart crush deals damage, and it's also a cripple effect. I might be...
What was that other one called? Aim shot?
Aim shot is focused shot. Yeah, Delta Petra. Actually, what are my health like? Use... Actually, she'll take care of herself. No, you're going to heal her so that she can use attacking magic. Then La Belle will use Water Hammer.
I really hope that LaBelle is good at magic, because being good at bows is like a curse.
Yeah.
Bows are dog shit.
They know
is
that
that
she's...
unfair to say? Like, bows were really bad in Romance Inside 3.
They've not been good so far. They've been bad in this game.
They're kind of junky in Dark Souls, although, I mean, I learned to love one specific bow, I guess.
I like there's an Arkstone. That's the second Arkstone we've had. There's one bow in Dark Souls 3 I like a lot, and it's the Milkwood Great Bow. I like it because when you fire its weapon art, it causes an explosion, and it's very fun to invade people with it and shoot explosions at their feet such that they are flung off of wherever they are standing. Did that in the Chapel of the Deep a lot, because there's a lot of railings there. Just life water yourself, La Belle, as the lawnmowers get to work.
Okay, I'm kind of reflecting at this point on just how little I remember of Dark Souls 3. My god. What still remains in my mind about that?
Well, if you want to revisit it.
Yeah, I mean, I still have that one installed too, I guess.
I mean, I was going to segue into everyone at the stream. You can go and watch on YouTube my stream archive, where I read the lore items on everything, I think that's what I did.
Oh. Well, that'll tell you everything that you need to know about Dark Souls 3.
It will. And it'll also show you the DLC. You should the DLC's good. I liked it.
I don't think I did it.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. I remember doing Dark Souls 2 and then, like, getting to the DLC and being like, I don't want to do this.
Well, the Dark Souls, a lot of the Dark Souls 2 DLC is, in fact, very bad.
Yeah. That's when I decided that I had done enough. And I was just like, you know what?
We outie.
I've done enough.
You've done enough. Shit.
That was the point of that was the point of that game where it had the same attitude of the modern every single game, the game, where everything is the same nowadays. Like, it's just Skyrim. Everything is becoming more Skyrim, right?
So shoot focus has to be something. That's why I hate games with crafting systems. Because I don't want to collect... Focus shoot. Okay. So even though it was telling me that shoot focus was a charge thrust, that's a move.
That sounds like a spear move.
It does. It's called run through.
Skewer, yeah, rush is charge thrust on spears, so he's using a spear. But yeah, the attitude of the game, that which all like AAA games trend toward nowadays, is of this like huge quest-based minimap, limitless thing, where the game ends when you finally get sick of it. That's the ending. Is you decide that you've had enough and you put it down.
That's one thing I liked about the Outer Worlds a lot, is that it was a RPG game that was pretty brisk. It was very... I beat
like
it
had a story and it put you through it, right?
Yeah, it was like 25 hours and I did basically everything. And that's brisk by that kind of game standard.
That is absolutely bucking the trend, frankly. Ugh, miss me with the like inescapable spend unlimited numbers of hours on this game. I don't know. I want every video game to last like 3 hours.
That's what we got. That's what we got Super Metroid for.
Yep. Got your Super Metroids, your Aria of Sorrow. That's kind of what I have to deal with nowadays. Is like the video games that I want to play have already been made. There cannot be a new game that will come out for me. Like,
I don't know about that.
I mean, even games that have come out and they were for me, kind of trend toward that same attitude.
Wait, I got experience and found an item while running away?
This is a very fair game.
I got a wood
deep
sword.
in its bones.
That sword sucks.
Wood sword offends my sensibilities a little.
I think I'm going to save it,
but
and I think this is where we're going to call it tonight.
That's good.
Ooh,
I can go... with that as the case, I can go pick up the toy that I was supposed to be able to have picked up 3.5 hours ago.
You should. Ah, man. A lot to unpack from tonight. A lot of things about sailors and lore.
Yep.
And
innuendos.
And we haven't actually played as Gustav in a long time. We got one battle where he murdered people with his swords. And then just like great cutscenes where he's like, I heard you were a great spellcaster. Why don't you try killing me from where you stand? Which is like...
That's the case. You kill me from where you stand.
It's like such a... It's like, hey, why don't you... Which is both a good challenge and also a great way of telling someone to fuck off. It's like...
Basically, we still love Gus a lot.
And William Knights is okay. He's sort of...
He's fine.
He's okay.
I don't hate him. Like, okay, with Narcisse, I feel nothing. Okay, like,
yeah, like
Narcisse
our
is
supporting
a non-character.
The supporting cast for Gus is similarly kind of flat, but
I honestly think that Narcisse is my bottom. Like,
Narcisse,
he's bringing back the innuendos, right?
Narcisse,
like, he's absolutely the like most flavorless person.
He reminds me of a more polite Han Solo.
Wasn't Han Solo defined by his impoliteness? Like,
yeah, basically. But like, he's just Narcisse has mostly just been in it for the money.
Yeah, Narcisse is like clean dirt. No, just
no. He's in it for the money.
Clean dirt.
But when it came down to it, he was willing to stick his neck out for us, just like Mr. Han Solo when he came back. You're 1 in a million, kid.
Wait, was Narcisse? Did Narcisse do that?
Yeah.
Did he stick his...
Oh, he said, this is my last mission. I'm not going to a place that dangerous. And then when he said, well, I figured you would run off and do something stupid, like run into the mist yourself. I'll come with you to keep you from killing yourself.
Well, that's just patronizing. So,
well, yeah, that's exactly what Han Solo did.
Yes, it is. And also...
But he saved the day.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Cordelia did that to Will Knights specifically.
Cordelia also did that.
People love patronizing Will Knights.
He kind of sets himself up for it, to be honest.
He does. Like me, I set myself up for like slipping on banana peels into pies to the face all the time. But it never happens.
Well, no.
I don't know why. I sit upon a cliff looking out over the vast expanse, the beauty of the impartial beauty of nature.
You've been talking a lot about cream pies to the face and all about slipping on banana. You should just go make a banana cream pie and just like enjoy it and get that out of your system.
That'll show him.
No, no. This is what we call.
Who's getting a pie to the face now, asshole?
It'll salve your soul to enjoy the deliciosity of a banana cream pie. And on that bombshell, thanks for the subs today. I think it was Burned Head. Thanks, Kaz, for joining. This game's great.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, this was a boring stream, but our horse shit made it more entertaining for everyone.
Was it boring? I don't
like
think
an hour and 20 minutes of it was running around executing gremlins.
I love it when you execute gremlins. I can watch any amount of that. Good night, so it was entertaining for me.
Yeah. Go get a banana cream pie.
Okay.